Hello, this is Joel again, back here today with the weekly posting, and we are February 21. And as I said in my promotional, I usually try to post a video once a week, at the end of the week, or maybe the beginning of the week, but Sunday. And so today we're going to be posting a video and making a talk about under the personal development and finance series. But today's talk is going to be on their personal development, and I'm going to be covering this topic that's very important. Again, it's in I try to put this in order in my kind of journey or whatever, helping you if you are on that and getting on that journey of personal development with me. If you're deciding to to start to explore those things in terms of developing yourself, therefore developing your career, because believe it or not, there is a very, very, very strong correlation between where you stand in terms of personal development and what you believe and things like that, and where you're in your career. And the people that are succeeding, actually, people that are pretty confident, and there's a lot of people that already have that. And there's a lot of people that are struggling with that as well. And we all working on it, and I'm working on it as well. So today we're going to talk about something. It's called the self concept. The self concept embodies those words that we heard before. And we talked about self esteem, self image, your self worth, and your value. The reason why I started with those things is because if you start talking about journey to success, you have to start with things that allow you to believe that you are worthy of what you want to do, what you want to engage, or you're worthy of where you are now. And if you have thoughts about getting to the next level in your life, then you have to know first that you are worthy of it, that you deserve it just like anyone else. And if you're grappling with those things, that's exactly why to get on the journey, this kind of journey, you have to begin with you. So you have to begin by believing in you, believing from within. So changing from within yourself before you step out and start making all these plans of action. Because if that's not there, you're going to be stumbling just like you've all done at the beginning. There's a little bit of confidence going on, but you have to continue to build upon that confidence. And there's a way to do that. You can learn how to do that. You can research. You can listen to tips and bits and summaries like this. But anyway, the self concept is what it's just talking about the idea of developing the self, right? Your self image is how you see yourself, just like it says. Your self esteem is what you believe about yourself after you see yourself. You know, and the objective, obviously, we want you to say, "I like what I see," and after like saying you like what you see, we want you to believe that I feel good about what I see, and that's exactly where the self concept goes into play. Believe it or not, the self concept is a huge it's a huge impact on anything else that you're going to be doing in life. Your confidence level, your ability to believe that you're worthy, that you deserve. There's some people, unfortunately, that don't even believe that they're supposed to be successful. That they don't believe that they're supposed to achieve a certain level of wealth. They don't believe that they're worthy of things that they see other people super successful that are having, and therefore we're going to talk about that. So, and the self concept that leads you to your self esteem and self image is a combination of your past self. So your past self is basically, everything else that happened to you from coming up to where you are today, your childhood, the events in your life, it has made you who you are today. And a lot of those events have been good events, dramatic events, different type of events. No matter what, the combination of all that has brought you to today. And I want you to know that regardless of what happened in the past, and I want you to look at those like scars of battle, right? Like you look at these scars and you're thinking, I survived this. Don't let that drag you too long. And look at that as scars of war, right? And you're here today. And now your present self, which is your self-image of today that was built from everything that happened in the past, is who you are today, what you believe about yourself today. Your abilities, believing in yourself, believing that you're worthy of success, believing that you can do anything you put your mind to. We've heard a lot of that. But that belief that you can do everything you put your mind to comes from starting from what you think you are capable of and who you see you are today. And for that, you also need to surround yourself with positive people that believe in you. They don't laugh at your dreams. They continuously encourage you. They push you forward. They don't make fun of you. They don't gossip about you in your back, right? I'm gonna talk about friendships and stuff like that in the relationship series, and we're gonna tackle some of those subjects about friends and all those kind of things. And therefore, your present self is exactly what I want to help you and I work together about working on your present self, which is embarking on this journey where you're gonna be learning and discovering the powers within you, the things that you're capable of doing, and going from now and start to believe more about yourself and improving your present self, which is definitely going to impact your self image again of the present. And then you have your future self, which is obviously the ideal you that you want to work on from today moving forward. So your future self is basically, how you see yourself in the future, your ideal self, right? um, the one that you're continuously pursuing, the one that you feel like you would be able to be worthy to transfer to your kids, being the example that you want, the best example that you want people to see you as, including your family, your friends, your kids, your spouse, your best friends. All of that is in your future self. And then one of the things that I like to say is that hopefully you never catch your future self, right? Because it's always an ever improving self that you are after, and therefore it's a self that continues to move forward ahead of you, almost like the carrot on the stick kind of thing. Is that you continuously trying to get better, either in you personally, in your career. You continue to improve, you continue to put your best foot forward, and like Joel said, you continue to do your best. um, that sometimes there's a little trick about the best is that you have to be sure that it's really your best, right? And you have to know that sometimes what you think is your best is not your best, and also sometimes your best might not be enough in some circumstances. So that means you have to dig deeper, right? And you can't just get offended, right? If it gets to a point that way, you just have to recognize it and know that, hey, maybe I gave my best, my best wasn't enough, so I need to do more. And so those three concepts of the past self, the present self, and the future self. It's a concept of the self that takes you to the big self-image, self-esteem that obviously we want you to build. We want you to have it as a positive one. And I know there's a lot of things that play into that, right? The events of your life. Also the things that happen to you independent of your will, but also the things that are self-imposed, and those are sometimes the hardest one that you develop over time, some habits and things like that you need to destroy, work on. We're all working on those habits that we destroy, we want to destroy. And but we can't, you can't give up, right? You have to continue to work on that. And but the reason why you continue working on it is because it's everything. Self-esteem, self, what you see when you know that you are free of all those things, you build the best confidence that you need in your life to do anything that you want to do. You start to have this kind of clarity. You start to understand time wasting and time management becomes so clear that you don't even see anymore yourself doing some things that are not gonna be focused on your goals and your dreams and taking action towards that on a day-to-day basis. So those concepts are very deep. We can get into detail of that. We can get into the psychology, and it's become very complicated actually. But those are kind of like the summary of the things I want you to understand that is very important. I didn't suggest any book about that yet, but one is probably it's called Self Love, and I have it on my shelf here. Um, I believe if I can get up and get that real quick, maybe I can find. Let's see, Self Love. Life is tremendous. As a matter of fact, um, I would probably suggest another guy called Tremendous Jones, and the title of his Life is Tremendous. Um, and that's also talks about personal. It's a personal book, and it's more about enthusiasm and and very very impactful book. So, but there's countless books out there about self-esteem and self-image, and that you can read. and that can develop you in that sense. So, but that's very important, because if you don't start from within and to your head and what you believe about yourself, it's going to be very difficult. You can be easily stuck in repetitive habits. You may be stuck in deceptive beliefs and concept about yourself, and things that that is staying in your way of things that you want to accomplish. So anyway, hopefully that was a little bit of value here. I'm gonna stop here about that. Maybe I'll make another video about that, and we'll talk about things a little, maybe a little bit in depth, maybe not. We'll see. Okay. And the next video is going to be, I believe, it's also going to be in personal development. So, anyway, you guys take care, and hopefully you guys will like the video. Obviously, hey, if you subscribe and you share, do that. But most importantly, put some comments in there. I want to hear reactions. I don't want the likes and the subscription. I want to hear people react to those things. And what do you think? What's your thoughts? And I want to hear, and I want you to comment, and I'll have discussion. I love hearing feedbacks like that. So anyway, I hope you guys do great. Happy week. And I'll talk to you guys again next posting, which is going to be next Sunday. And yeah, probably going to be seeing you on Monday. All right, take care. Bye bye.